Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel Bible Story Time with Sandra A. Aiden. In our last story, we looked at it from Genesis chapter 27, and then we talked about how Jacob stole Esau's blessing and Jacob's dream at Bethel. In our today's story, we are going to be taking it from Genesis chapter 29 and 31. It's about Jacob's marriage and how Jacob traveled home. Let's go. Jacob traveled to the city of Haran. There he found the same well where Eliezer met his mother Rebekah. A young woman headed her sheep to the well for water. This woman was Rachel, the daughter of Jacob's uncle, Laban. Jacob was so happy to meet her that he wept, and he fell in love with Rachel right there at the well. Laban welcomed Jacob into his house. Soon Jacob told Laban, "I'll work 7 years to marry Rachel," because he loved Rachel. He wanted to marry Rachel. And then he told Rachel's father that he is ready to work for him 7 years in order for him to marry Rachel. Then Laban replied, "Better that Rachel marries you than marrying a stranger." So he actually preferred the daughter to marry Jacob than marrying a stranger. 7 years passed. It seems like only one day because Jacob loved Rachel so much. The day of the wedding came. The bride wore a thick veil. The veil was so thick that Jacob could not see through it to know who was actually in there. But when Jacob lifted the veil, it wasn't Rachel. Jacob had married Leah, Rachel's elder sister. He was so disappointed that that wasn't Rachel. So Jacob did not love Leah. He'd been cheated because Laban wanted the older sister to marry first before Rachel. Then Jacob worked 7 more years for Laban. Finally, he married Rachel. Jacob loved Rachel. So Jacob lived with Laban 21 years. He had 11 sons there. Only one, named Joseph, was Rachel's son. Jacob loved him so much. The question in this passage is, why did Jacob work 7 years for Laban? How did Laban cheat Jacob? Write answer at the comment button below. Let's continue. While he was with Laban, Jacob became so rich. He had been wise and careful in his work. At least, he decided to go back to Canaan. While Laban was away, Jacob packed up his big family. He gathered his great herds of animals and began the journey to Canaan. When Laban found out, he was sad. Laban wanted Jacob to stay and work for him. So Laban and his men set out after Jacob. But in a dream, God told Laban, "Don't harm Jacob." Laban caught up with Jacob in the hills of Gilead. There they made a promise to each other. They ate together by a pile of stone named Witness. They promised not to harm each other. Both men knew that God was watching. So Jacob set up a big rock and called it Watchtower. In the morning, Laban kissed his daughters, blessed his grandchildren, and returned home. Frightening news came. Esau was coming to meet Jacob with 400 men. Would Esau kill him? In fear, Jacob divided everyone into two groups for safety because he doesn't know what was going to happen. Shepherds went ahead with many animals as gift for Esau. Jacob stayed behind alone to pray because he doesn't know what was going to happen to him. So the question here is, why did Laban want Jacob to stay? Why was Jacob afraid of Esau? Write your answer at the comment button below. Remember what Jacob did to Esau? A hint. Thanks for listening and thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, share, like it, and comment. We'll continue with our story in our next video. Bye.